you created a stunning exhibition named Sweet and Sour Memories. So, capturing your life growing up in the restaurant. So, what motivated you to begin this work? Can you share this to us?
I guess first of all, my father passed away in 2019, so I feel like a lot of this work is a way to like commemorate his legacy or to say thank you for his sacrifice. And the other thing is like food and culture, the relationship is so intertwined, and I feel like as I get older, I really want to know more about my Chinese heritage, my culture, and I think one of the main ways of me connecting is through food and my memories of food and, Chinese junk food, food we ate growing up, and then places like restaurants that we used to go to in Edmonton. Yeah.
So, could you share a few pieces from the exhibit and the stories behind them?
Okay. Let's see. So I have some watercolors, and those are like pictures of the restaurants we used to go to. They're kind of painted in this fuzzy way that, sometimes your memories are fuzzy, so that's how they look, like kind of I don't know, nostalgic, I guess, nostalgic memories I have of going there with my family. Then I have they look like little guest checks. Like when customers used to come in, we would take their orders on these guest checks. So I wanted to like tell a story somehow about these are the people who cook your food. So I sketched little photos, like I sketched from photos of our restaurant, like the people who used to work there. So we had this waiter named Ken. So there's a scene of Ken eating food, and he's just like caught in the scene. He's like has food in his mouth or something. We used to joke around with him a lot as when we were kids, and that event was, I think it was a staff appreciation that we took that photo of Ken. And then I made takeout boxes because, first of all, I really like those kind of takeout boxes. We used to use the styrofoam clamshells, and I always wanted to eat Chinese food out of a takeout box like that. So that's partly why I chose that design. The other thing was to just tell my story of every food dish. Like I chose a dish from every section of the menu, like a meat, a rice, a soup, appetizer. So I think there are 9 takeout boxes in total, and each of them has a little story written on it. Yeah. And then lastly are these photographs of stories written on napkins. And I think that comes from when we were kids, before we had phones. These family dinners would sometimes take hours, and you'd be like bored to death almost, So you would just play tic-tac-toe on these napkins or draw pictures on the napkins. So that's kind of a memory I have. So I wrote little stories of restaurants, like my memories working at the restaurant on the napkins. Yeah.
So how has this process of making this art help you better understand your parents and their sacrifices that you mentioned? What do you think?
This art project was part of my Masters of Fine Arts. So part of the master's program, we also have to write a thesis. Mm-hmm. And the thesis, we had to do a lot of research. And through the research, like I looked up a lot of authors who were like Chinese American, Chinese Canadian, writing about similar experiences, like the Chinese restaurant experience. It was really enlightening. Like I learned a lot about immigration, Chinese food, and Chinese restaurants, and how Chinese came here and they found community in Chinatown. They've had so much hardship because, you know, they came here, their English wasn't good. They really struggled, and that's where they had the community, you know. And because they couldn't find jobs, they started restaurants, laundromats, grocery stores. So I do appreciate what my parents and the people who came before us, like their sacrifice. It's huge and admirable. Like I wish I had that kind of strength that they had. Like I don't think they complained, you know, they just did what they had to do for the family. So it's great. I admire that.
How have the others, especially those with immigrant backgrounds, responded to your exhibition? Do you heard any responses? Comments?
Yes, it was well received. Let me think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this St. Albert Gallery, they collected all these slips of paper with comments from the viewers. So a lot of them said, you know, it brings back memories of them, even if they're not from Edmonton, like rural Saskatchewan or something. They have fond memories of the local Chinese restaurant. I think somebody was saying that his mother or his grandmother grew up in a restaurant, and he shared, like, she had similar memories and similar experiences as me. So I think a lot of them could identify with what I shared, in the art. Mm-hmm.
So what do you hope the viewers feel or learn when they experience your work? Do you have any thoughts? Takeaways, something?
I think, what do I want them to experience? I guess maybe, I guess I wanted to share my story with them. I wanted them to kind of understand, like, the immigrant struggle. Mm-hmm. Maybe see the, you know, when you go to a restaurant, there's something else going on behind the scenes, you know. When you're impatiently waiting for your food, maybe there's something happening that you don't know about. I think, like, maybe a deeper appreciation and understanding for people. Yeah.